I'm Sandra Cowart, and I'm an interior designer. The Julian Price Hillside Manor, I would say, is the perfect house. The style is English Tudor, Greek Revival. It has 9,000 square feet, 4 floors. We used to drive by every Sunday, and I would say to my husband, honey, a little house like that, some days, what I want.
I'm Earl. I'm Sandra's brother. Her hoarding has pretty well been danced around, shall I say. We've tried to address it with her, and she would tend to change the subject.
If you look up, you see the ceiling, which is a plaster motif.
We've tried to talk to her about it, that she's, a hoarder.
These were all foreign Italian imported fixtures.
I don't think she tends to really want to admit that she has that issue.
There's a long back hall with a little porch. I call it the Romeo-Juliet porch because you can stand out there.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou?
I understand it's, hoarding's a sickness.
Help, Romeo. Rescue me.
In 1979, somebody approached my husband wanting to buy the house and tear it down. And he says, well, if you love me, you'll do it. I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. If you love me, you won't ask me to do it. So he left.
When her husband left her, I think that was the first big blow. Sandra started what we call curb killing. She would go out and see things that folks had put out to the street for the trash. And I'll have to agree that, sometimes one man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, Sandra seemed to find a whole lot of treasures.
You have every right to look at all of this and say, my God, you're a hoarder. But the truth is, I do not perceive myself as a hoarder. It's because it's a shop that the quantity is more than a house.
The last I heard, it was over $2.1 million that was owed on the note. It finally caught up with her so that she could not make the payments of the house.
I am Patrick Haywood, a local attorney here in Greensboro, North Carolina. The bank moved to foreclose, and one of the defenses that she'd put forth was that the bank did not actually have title to the property.
Sandra believed that when the federal government bought out and paid for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, she believed that her house and her loan was paid for.
She's remained there for about 3 years fighting the various foreclosures, which is pretty extraordinary, actually. That's a heck of a fight.
My goal is to have the legal system invalidate the foreclosure.
My name is Michael. I'm the new owner of the Julian Price house. Purchasing this home was very, very complicated.
The legal document that Michael signed would require him to take the property as is, where is. He voluntarily accepted the house with the hoard and the hoarder. A little risky from a lawyer's perspective, a whole lot risky, I'd say.
Now that might make me cry. Of course. You don't devote your whole life, 42 years, to something. without loving it.
The Julian Price house is Sandra's life. That's all she's ever known. I don't think she ever thought this was really gonna happen. And so she never thought about, where am I gonna go? How do I empty the house?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, this is a lot of people. Quite honestly, we are in the biggest house I have ever cleaned. Never had this many dumpsters, never had this many people. And I'm still a little nervous, man. This house is massive.
It's amazing. It's gonna take over 1,000 man-hours to empty this house.
I would just like to thank Michael and Eric both for being concerned for her stuff. I realized they could have come in and just got rid of everything in the house, but their compassion for Sandra is showing through this. I'm excited about seeing Sandra move to a new chapter in her life.
But I want to be really firm. That chapter starts in 3 days. We are on the very last page of this chapter. And that's real. It's over. All right, we ready to go, guys?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you.
I'm blown away how much stuff is happening, how many guys are rolling around. Just for scale, I just want to stress, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. It's been a really good morning. We have taken 10 dumpsters out already. Sandra's actually behaving pretty well. I'm hoping it actually slows down, because if it doesn't, this is going to be a 100 dumpster house. There aren't even enough dumpsters in North Carolina that we can get in 3 days to do that.
Those are not trash. Those are brand new. Those chairs.
Bring it over here for me, please. Well, it's not moisture, it's actually mold, and this is wicker. Can't actually sell this, and I can't donate it.
Okay, and I'm not asking you to. I'm telling you, I want it.
We're not focused on finding you a place to live. You said that's off the table, so we're respecting that. I think where we're at now is to say you're holding on to things that you don't have a place for.
And you don't know that. I'm sorry. Slide that over here a little.
It's tough love time. It's not easy.
Listen,
And she's not even related to me.
no, but this is your house.
I know.
Mike has to decide, does he want to placate Sandra or does he want to get his home back? He can't have both. If you don't set the precedence now before we get back tomorrow, we are toast.
Oh, yes. That's key.
Okay. So, we're all here to support you. Dr. Zaggio's here. Let Matt run his crew. Your brothers are here. It's for you. All of this.
So
Let us empty the house. I need the house empty so that we can move on. You need the house empty so that you can have your money and from the auctions to get this done. The only way to do it is to follow Matt's lead.
So is number one, you know.
There's two options. You either have to let us do this our way, or you can't be here.
I have a solution. Before I do each room, she gets 5 minutes, legit. 5 minutes, you point. Keep. And my guys tag it, and we pull it out. You're not getting more than 5 minutes. It means you're gonna get a few things that are important to you, and when that 5-minute stopwatch goes off, we walk out. And then my team does what they do.
The only answer is yes, or this is gonna go not well.
I hope Sandra can stay with us and that she accepts the role in this of taking just a few choice mementos out of the house.
So what I'm asking is, if you get the first out, then could I come back in 2 minutes and say, okay,
No.
you know, now that
It's
we can see that?
Five and out, each room.
You need to take it, Sandra.
It's gonna be good.
The end result of all this is going to benefit you.
Okay, let's try that.
Our initial plan was for her to go through the room and stay one room behind the rest of the crew. And as they moved, she would move. That's not what's happening. We started with getting her to pull out things that were of value to her, that could contribute to a new housing arrangement, that sort of thing. We are now at the extreme end where she is just scooping up everything on the floor, including visible trash.
Go ahead and throw that in there. I mean, we'll use it for who knows what.
Sandra, I'm concerned that you're going backwards and not forwards. You went from being very selective in the items, and it now seems like everything he's handing you, you're just putting in the box and not even looking at.
I mean, I have however long I live to deal with this.
I'm trying to appeal to her. I'm trying to give her some support, but we're trying to help you to start retraining your brain to think differently now rather than do it in the future, and you're not going to have somebody to help you in the future.
There is a bag, Walter, of remotes out there on that credenza.
She's stuck on all this minutia in the first room and not even moving on to the next.
Yeah, that's just throw that
Guys,
back.
I'm really worried about what's going on here.
I am too.
We're heading in the
Opposite direction.
opposite direction.
Right.
And she's not even listening.
Okay.
You're putting in bent cards and...
That's fine. A bent card is fine. Is it empty? Okay, give me this stuff on top.
This woman is headed for a catastrophe, and she doesn't see it.
What is that? That piece of paper you just put in there?
Here is my mascara. Do what now?
So what was the piece of paper?
Who knows what?
That you're telling me about?
Well, it doesn't matter. Paper trash is trash, and it burns.
Hey, man.
And it burns.
The mascara that you picked up, how old is that?
It fell out of my pocket. I had it in my pocket today, okay?
We've got her brother Walter, her brother Earl, her brother Wade, we've got Michael, we've got Eric, we've got myself, we've got Matt, and 35 people who are all trying to help her, and she's rejecting every piece of it.
Stop attacking me. Everybody's attacking me. Don't make me wrong.
That yard is full. She's stopping every one of my guys.
Listen, I need
Michael and Eric, get in here. 15 of my guys walk up and they said, she won't let us work. She's parked her chair right in the middle of our pathway of 2 different rooms coming out. I don't want to hear it anymore.
I don't
I'm done.
care.
Stop talking.
I'm not.
This is ridiculous. You know, I'm really struggling with Sandra. And it's one thing to help this woman. It's another to completely slow down a third of my crew and not allow them to do anything. She's slowing us down from helping her.
It makes no sense. It takes them less time to put it right here and go bring the rest
I
than
have
it
a
is
legal
for you
obligation to clean this
You're
house.
manufacturing.
You stop.
Listen, I have got to have that croquet set.
It's frustrating for me to see her continuing to manipulate everyone in the situation. I'm done. This. I'm out of here.
That's your choice.
You guys want me to empty the house? I'll do it. If
What
not,
is she
I won't. She's stopping every one of my guys. 15 guys just came to me and said they can't work.
I chose pieces
Stop.
that I have made.
Y'all
I'm not
figure this
talking
out.
to you.
I'm done.
Matt's walking away. He says he's going to quit, and so I feel like it's important to intervene because we can't quit.
Look, these are brand new, never been used.
But I think it goes back to so what do you want with them?
That's not his business. That's nobody's business
I'm asking
but
you
mine.
what. No, I'm not asking you. Where do you want them? What do you want?
I want them back there to go to my warehouse.
Here's the problem. I will speak for 30 seconds and I'll leave again. Here's the issue. We're at a volume in the 3 o'clock pile that now, if she doesn't manage to have it taken away, I don't have enough time by dark to throw it all away.
So then we need to come to her
The pile's
and
getting too big.
Then we just have to revise the plan so that she knows the rules.
This is brand new, brand spanking new.
This is ridiculous. Every item she says is brand new. Every item is
You
important.
go over there and look at it.
I don't
See
care.
if it's been open.
Matt, please stop
I'm sure
yelling.
it's new.
It's so important that we remember that Sandra is mentally ill. We have to stay calm, we have to stay patient, and continue to treat her with respect.
I am at my limit. I cannot work. I have 7 dumpsters ready to fill. They're in the front yard. If she doesn't let me fill them, I don't get the house done.
So I tried to talk to Sandra about what exactly she was trying to achieve. Are you getting a U-Haul? Do you have a trailer coming in? How is it going to get out of here?
We have a crew that's coming tomorrow, and we're planning tonight the program, and that's how we'll do it and how it'll get done.
Everything in this house is not going to the pile, Sandra. I know you know that.
Oh, well, no, I know that.
But
Right now,
look
she's
at me though, please. Will you look at me, Sandra?
Uh-huh.
When we start this tomorrow morning, someone has to look at me, please.
Uh-huh.
Someone has to be here,
Right.
operational for you.
Okay, I want my sofa to go with my 2 chairs.
I would not put money on these people who are showing up, but Sandra's one of the most persuasive people I've ever met. The problem is she's had 40 years to produce that, and she's never known to do it. Why are we to believe that she'll do it by 9 a.m. tomorrow?
If you can go get those glass things there, and whatever's heavier for the guys, we're gonna empty everything that's ours from here down.
Empty it.
Take it to the street. We're getting the stuff off the property.
I got here this morning and Miss Sandra had technically achieved what we challenged her to do.
Bring it on out to the street, if you will.
She did remove a lot of stuff from the yard, and she put it right on the property line.
And don't let anybody take it from you. Call me if you have a problem.
The problem is there were a lot of items in this pile in the street that I know I saw in the dumpster when I left.
Stick that right in that sort of hole right there at those chairs. Thank you.
She looks pretty tired. I think she stayed up all night pulling what she could out of the yard into the street.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, ma'am, are you the owner of all this stuff?
This stuff.
This is all of your belongings? Okay. The reason is you're not allowed to have stuff out on the street, impeding, blocking traffic. I don't know.
Blocked.
To a certain...
They have taken 20-some dumpsters of my good stuff to the dump. And what I'm doing is getting what I can out here. And as soon as we get my stuff out here, then we're gonna load it and take it to my warehouse.
Yeah, our thing is, you know, there's a time limit for you to get this. It's got to be off the street by the time the permit ends by 5 o'clock.
So 5:01, it's got to be gone.
It's gone.
Local police came and said 5:01, boom, that's the deadline. If this stuff isn't off the street, it's gone.
Just can't be blocking the street. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, you can't just be abandoning your trash on the street like this.
Honey, we haven't abandoned it. We're bringing it out here to
I'm
fit
just
the
saying
kill.
that past 5 o'clock, it's going to be considered abandoned. And we're going to call code enforcement.
The city is sending a picker truck here to remove this stuff off the property. That's not an opinion, that's not negotiable. The truck is coming from the city to remove it. This is now a trash complaint from a neighbor.
He will call you because he is
hopefully I won't have
out
to.
for sabotaging me any and every way
You know
he
what?
can.
Sandra, look at me.
All right, Betty,
Do
come
the
on.
job and we'll get out of here.
Well,
All right,
let
thank you,
me.
guys.
Give
Okay.
me the time to do
We
it.
just did. He just gave you the law.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
I help people, and I'm not helping her. And it's hard, and I know you want to. That's why we're both being pushed past our breaking point. And it's so painful to watch.
This is a hard one for all of us. And let me assure you, Dr. Zazio is a tough chick. Nothing breaks her. And for the first time in 7 years, I saw her broken.
She's made a decision to live on the street. She made a decision to spend the night digging in the dumpster, which you told her was off limits. She made a decision to pull stuff out on the sidewalk. She's losing sight of what even brought us here. And it's painful because she's a human being and her brain is not allowing her to make any kind of reasonable, decent decision. And I'm a human being and I would never want this to happen to my grandmother.
God, no.
She's ill. She's doing exactly what her illness is telling her to do. And we have to keep cool, we have to keep calm, and work as a team to keep our cool so that we can walk away knowing we did everything we could to help somebody who is pretty much helpless.
How do you help a person that won't accept any help? I wouldn't act the way I acted yesterday. Dr. Zazio's brought up a really good point. I was very immature with Sandra yesterday, and she wanted to really strongly empower me to be more mature today.
I'm glad you're here. Nobody could have done this job other than you. Nobody could have. There's no question about it.
So I don't know, maybe I was just trying to isolate myself from her so I wouldn't feel bad when I go home to my perfect life.
Well, I think the defensiveness of that anger is really a lot of hurt of not being able to help her and wanting her, and then just that frustration of wanting to do something positive.
Some was frustration, some was immaturity, and some was just breaking point. But yeah, I mean, I've never had someone I can't help. So I do apologize to you. I will go apologize to her. So we've made the decision that I'm not going to interact with Sandra today. Dr. Zazio is going to be my voice for me, and I'm just going to focus on the cleaning.
Does anyone know what that means?
Nobody needs to know.
But you're saying it needs to happen.
You're here.
Sandra knows this is it.
Well, get that out so we can load them in here, and we will. I told y'all I needed you to get the stuff that we're trying to hold down there.
She is in pure panic mode.
I want you to show me the desk you want.
So you're gonna pass judgment on what I'm saying has to be done and what doesn't have to be done.
No, ma'am.
Yes, you are.
Right now, Sandra is acting like a caged wild tiger.
You will understand when we get there, okay?
She knows that it's all over at 5:01.
We're losing time. No! We have to put the desk in the truck, okay?
She had a crew of 6 people who were one by one taking the stuff out of the house, off of the yard, into the street.
We've got 30 minutes to get all of this to the street and what's back here at this back door.
But as the time ticked away, you could tell she was getting more and more frazzled.
No, we got 30 minutes to get all this to the street and all the stuff on the truck.
Stop it. No. No. No! Listen to me!
No, I won't. I'm done, son.
Good.
Done.
Bye.
It got to the point where if they even said anything, she would blow up and fire them.
You're right. We out here trying to help her.
I understand that we're pressed for time. She wants to kiss her ass. Go ahead. I'm through. But the way she came off at me, I just did not appreciate it. No offense, I don't mean to be rude, but...
So sit down.
Yeah.
That all doesn't fit in Kirby's truck.
We were just gonna make several trips.
Okay. To where? We had all tried all day long. Everyone asked, where is this location?
My buddy's place that he's allowed me to put the stuff there.
Once again, she will not tell us where that location is. I don't think there is one. I think she is just in fight or flight mode right now. All this stuff that you have, there's no way you're gonna have enough time to get it off the property by 5 p.m.
We were warning Sandra all day, hey, it's getting close. And she was not focusing on the reality of, hey, the stuff in the street has to get somewhere.
Go ahead, see what you can get in there.
I just need to go with the guy.
Put them in. Can we lay them on top? We got 2 more.
Is that the last piece?
No, we got 2 more, guys.
We're done. That's it, we gotta go. That's it, it's time to go.
Thanks, guys.
We emptied a 10,000 square foot home and she's got like this much stuff and it's heartbreaking. It's really sad to watch.
Come on, help hold me up.
Lisa could have done more.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is it.
She just was never well enough to make the decisions. She could have been doing this for 5 years.
Lordy, Lordy, Miss 40.
I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of people struggling with hoarding disorder. And this was by far one of the most painful cases.
I'm too sad about the things we lost. And I think that's just beginning because I hadn't really felt that way, per se.
She literally has nothing.
We tried.
To watch her drive off was really hard because it was like, that was it. That was the final chapter. It was an awful thing to watch. Couches, pictures, vases, picking them up and dropping them into trucks and smashing them. I didn't want it to go this way.
I do believe the real Sandra will find joy in Michael and Eric raising their daughters in this house.
My life has been such an adventure so far, and I'll be all right.
It's so surprising that she was smiling, saying, I'll be just fine. Don't you worry about me. And I hope that she will.
Okay, here I come. Meow. Meow. I'm Ruth Ann, and I'm me. And I like me. No, get back. I've got something for you. I enjoy my pets. I enjoy my life. And I enjoy the things I do at my house. I would say that I have hoarding tendencies that have gone overboard. Is the house a mess? It's ridiculous. It's a sad, sad thing.
My name is Tamara, and my mother is Ruth Ann. My mom is definitely a hoarder, and she is every kind of a hoarder. Animal, good stuff, bad stuff, trash, everything. She's kind of like the hamster in her own home because there's just a trail through the house. She has more stuff than anybody I know. She doesn't use them.
My whole house is full of treasures. They're good. All my stuff is good. I just gather it up. I don't know how it gets in. And when I do anything, I do it, I think, in a big way. Sometimes a little bit too big. As you can see, more ways than one.
I think that she will always be that way. It's in her. It is her.
That house in its day was a beautiful house. She has made it the way it is right now because of her hoarding.
I'm Patty, and I'm a cousin to Ruth Ann. I'm disgusted on what Ruth Ann has done to this home. My mom and dad purchased that house, I believe, around 1966. I was born and raised in that home. It was gorgeous, beautiful. It has white oak throughout. You know, it's 3,700 square feet, 4 huge bedrooms. I think it sits on an acre lot. It's a gorgeous house, and it's something that none of us in our lifetime will ever see replicated. You can't build a home like that. Ruth Ann had approached my mother and asked her if she was interested in selling. And Ruth Ann assured her that she would take care of the home and make it a bed and breakfast.
I had hopes and dreams and schemes. The house was intended to touch people's lives when they came through the gate.
I don't think she had any intentions of turning that into a bed and breakfast. It makes me angry because I feel like she blatantly lied.
The bigger the dream, the further it was to reach. That's when I lost control of it.
It was strange. My mom's hoarding got out of hand when she moved to that house.
I would say within a matter of a year, you could start seeing things piling up. Probably 2 or 3 years that it really became apparent that she had a problem. You couldn't see the front porch, you couldn't see the driveway. It became a big mess. Breaks my heart. I get very emotional, very emotional. It's more than just a house. It's not just 4 walls. It has life, it had connection. It's sad. I feel like it's almost like a death. And my mom died mourning that house. I mean, mourning it. It would kill her to see it.
There's nothing wrong with the house. It's the person that ended up being in it. That's what the problem was. I feel like I've disrespected it, putting all this trash around it. But that doesn't mean that the house is broken. I was the broken one. Because a normal person doesn't live like this.
What the hell happened? What happened to you? What happened here? I mean, we all know hoarding is something that's mental. I mean, it comes from some kind of tragedy.
Many years before I ever moved into this house, there was a tragedy as far as I had a boyfriend that ran off with my daughter. My daughter was 7 when I met him. She ran off when she was 15. And he ran off with her. You know, that's not right. When they first met and she was 7, she's supposed to sit on Daddy's lap, right? You don't think much of it.
I can remember conversations about what he was doing to me.
One of the major stepping stones was when she was in 8th grade and would have a little boyfriend, and he showed jealousy to my daughter. You know, he didn't like her having male friends from the 8th grade. Well, that's not normal. When this came out, she ended up being awarded the court.
I was placed into a foster home because of being molested by my mom's boyfriend. I ran away from the foster home, falsified a birth certificate, got married to my mom's boyfriend, had 3 kids with him. I loved him. I love him now, and then he just passed February.
He was 10 years older than I was, but that made him 30 years older than her.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. Ruth Ann, we are all here with one goal, to help you out of this mess.
Thank you.
Ruth Ann is just a very active acquirer. I mean, this is an old, historical, beautiful house that she has completely destroyed. The goal is to get your house functional and safe for you so you don't burn up and die in there.
Okay.
Okay, so we all have the common goal. It's how we get there that's gonna be the struggle. Just from talking to you, I know there's gonna be some struggle.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Ruth Ann's gonna handle the cleanup process very well at all. I think all the things in the house have value to her to the point where she's not willing to let go of them. There's no easy way to get from where we're at now to functional and safe. So there's gonna be some challenges.
I'm Dr. Melva Green, a psychiatrist specializing in hoarding behaviors. This is going to be difficult. She's held on to a lot of things, and not just the physical things, but a lot of things emotionally that are going to come up, okay?
Everyone good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Just into the cleanup, Ruth Ann completely fell apart. I think she's coming to realize that this is a lot harder than she may have suspected. This is what I've been talking about. This is the hard part.
So everything that's been here with me as my security blanket or whatever.
Are you secure right now?
Ruthie?
You know.
No.
Ruth.
You're not secure. You're broken. You're broken, Ma.
If you want them to be able to help you, you've got to identify someone that you can trust, okay? To throw out the trash, okay?
Can Scott start outside?
Yeah, can we just start getting trash
Trash
out here?
and
Just get it
things
with
outside?
weather, anything out front, everything. Just let's get it going. Let's get the trucks loaded.
All right.
Okay, so you're okay with them doing the outside? Because that'll keep a lot of people busy.
All right.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Yes.
Right on.
So Ruth Ann gave Scott the green light to go fill up the truck with anything he wanted from the front yard, which he did. Ruth Ann, I need to borrow you just for a minute. I want you to see outside and make sure that you're okay with everything going on up there.
I've already seen some things. I mean, you're throwing away everything. Why now that yellow thing, Scott? Now what about the metal thing?
And of course, when I invite her to come out and make sure that the truck is good, ready to go, she finds things like a wheelbarrow with flattened tires that she must have.
It is a wheelbarrow that you pick up like that and you tip it like that and it tips up and dumps itself.
But do you use it?
Do
you
you
need
know
it?
that's a $200 wheelbarrow? So
No, it's not. Right now, it's a $0 wheelbarrow.
But if you don't use it, Ma, then it ain't working.
It's taking up space.
Can I get a trash bag?
Yeah. Here. Right here. There we go. What are we doing with this? Trash or keep or what is it?
No, I would cut it up for my bulletin board.
I'm beyond frustrated right now. As soon as we think we're making a little bit of progress, we go right back the other way.
Mom, you really want this shoe rack all bent up and
Scott, that's what the problem is when we make a decision and then everybody wants to stop and nitpick every item.
there's too much stuff and you gotta get rid of it or you're gonna have it forever and it's gonna be piled up in your way.
What difference does it make right now?
This is ridiculous. Like this, you can't even use the stove.
You guys want to complain instead of listen.
You know what? We're getting nowhere. This is what we should do. We should just fill a truck up within like 20 minutes with this stuff right here. She's always just moved it from one place to another and she just thinks that everything can have a place, but it's just not possible.
Way too long.
I'm upstairs on the landing, and I think I smell marijuana. Tamara?
Yeah?
When I ask her, she fesses up. It smells like pot in there.
I was smoking pot.
Tamara in the bathroom getting high is just a clear indication of wanting to check out. Are you feeling anxious?
I feel like that I was the one that did it.
I was struck by her taking responsibility, that she was the reason that her mother's boyfriend made these choices. she drops this bombshell.
It was me and him, not me being abused. In other words, I was the other woman.
This is a family with some deep issues and some really severe avoidant behavior.
They said when you're broken, you hang on to things and your things don't run off.
How did you get broken?
I don't know.
You do.
They look at each other and you can see they both know, but they're not expressing it. It's just swept under the rug.
Do you think this has anything to do with your relationship with your daughter?
Probably everything.
Probably everything.
It's been bad for my whole life. It's just that we never dealt with it. You know, my dad just passed away, like, not even a month ago, so it's been really, really hard for me because they're all I have left.
It is what it is.
Well, yeah, and you can't change what already happened.
Neither of them is really ready to go there. This is tough.
Everybody needs to pull stuff off the porch. Load the truck, take stuff to the back.
All right, you guys, we're all done. Might not have been the exact ending we were looking for, but can we at least say we've learned a lot through this process?
Yes.
Yes.
We learned a lot about each other, for one, and what our limitations are.
It's very difficult for both Ruth Ann and Tamra to say certain things, but they're beginning to speak about what happened. So many hurts, so much deception, that by bringing this to light, this is an opportunity for Ruth Ann to really step on the path to healing.
If you guys continue to work on the family stuff, I think this house will continue to get better too.
This was a great start, I'll call it. A great start.
Yeah.
I feel like even though Ruth Ann couldn't let go of a lot of her things, we still did the most important thing, was to make an area livable and clean and safe for her. I feel like as long as it stays that way, I don't think we'll need to report her to APS. I don't think I will.
Ruth Ann, is this something that you can continue once we leave?
Yeah.
I'm Bob. I'm a commercial artist, and I've been restoring this Victorian house for 51 years. I love being a hoarder. I really do. I know it's a little crowded. It could be thinned out a little bit. I've got things that people can't even buy anymore. When you first walk into the front door, you see the stained glass windows in the door. You see the living room furnished with Louis V antique furniture. And you see the Victorian staircase that go up to the second floor. All the paintings I did here is of my best friends and relatives.
I'm Ken, and I'm Bob's friend. The outside of the home was stunning. It was this beautiful Second Empire-style house, but upon entering the home, I was completely distracted by the piles of trash and antiques that filled up all of the space. And in an odd way, it was still marvelous just to see the house hiding behind those things, because it really is a beautiful home.
I'm Dalton, I'm Ken's spouse, and I'm good friends with Bob, and I would love to help him get his house cleaned out. We're trying to mentally prepare him. Hey, if you want to open this as a museum, museums aren't cluttered, floor to ceiling.
If it's to be open to the public as a house museum, it needs to be navigable. And that is just simply not possible with more than half of the stuff still in the house.
I think I almost painted myself out of this house. There's so many paintings.
He paints daily if he can, and I'm always a little concerned that his paintings are just everywhere. I think really good estimate was probably done maybe over 3,000 paintings.
My occupation was a lot of things, but I was mostly always an artist. I met John in 1970. Eventually, we wound up living together. And then he started drinking and getting on drugs. And from there on, he went downhill so bad you wouldn't believe it. We had a joint bank account, and I found out later that he took all that money and he put it in banks all over the United States. He tried to poison me. He put antifreeze in my milk. He loosened all the bolts on my car. I mean, he pulled things left and right. John also gave me the AIDS. Thank God I was healthy enough and caught it right away. But then I had a nervous breakdown right after that. I would sit at my desk and tears would just come out.
That betrayal actually caused a lot of depression on Robert's part. It stuck with him over the years.
That's when I decided I'm going to make this house out to be the best museum in St. Louis.
He collected because it took the place of John. Robert started replacing John by buying things. The house became his obsession. The house became his life and his partner.
I love this house more than I think I ever loved anything.
In all possibility, that house became his partner for life.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There's a lot of people. I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. Because you're so creative and you're such a good artist, I mean, you're an amazing artist. And like any good artist, everything in this yard has potential. I mean, I'm literally standing on
my mosaic?
On your mosaics. The rest of the world would say that's trash. Right? But for you, you'll actually turn it into really nice art. I know that. The challenge is I gotta get rid of some stuff.
Yes.
To make space. I think this is like any good masterpiece. We're not really sure how it's gonna turn out. I hope this clean out is beautiful when we're done, okay?
Let's go.
All right, are you guys ready?
How did that kitchen get so messy, Robert?
It was very easy.
Now, see, if I'd been here, you'd have had that kitchen clean.
I know I would. You would have never let me do it.
I'm gonna follow you through the kitchen.
Oh, that smell.
Yeah.
The smell is, it's there.
Oh, God. Yeah. He's got a queasy stomach, so.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, then this is going to be fun.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he may need to go out.
All right. You gonna make it or no?
Oh, the smell is overwhelming. Yeah, no, I need to see
If you need
this,
to not, if you need to not go in there, tell me, okay?
We will push on. We need
All
to
right.
see how bad this is.
I got a stronger stomach than him,
Yeah.
so I'll definitely see it. But
Ken and Dalton are the executors of this trust, and it's important that they actually see how Bob is living because they are actually legally responsible for him. All right, so they paused for a second just so we can come in and see it.
I can't.
Ken lasted about 5 seconds. He ran past me. Actually, more elevated past me. And he just took off.
It smells terrible.
yeah, no. You want to keep going out of the house?
I have never smelled anything that bad. Oh, my God.
I will hold my breath.
I shouldn't laugh.
My stomach, I just started retching. There were so many bugs and mold and God knows what, just everywhere. Once the surface has been moved and you can see what's under it, the garbage that's probably 10 or 20 years old, it just hit me that this is a much, much worse situation than I ever imagined it would be.
I don't know if that's maggots or rice.
Ooh, that looks like maggots.
Oh, it's maggots.
That's for sure maggots.
That's maggots.
That is not
That's
rice.
Not rice. That rice is moving. Oh, that's
Yeah,
gross.
Dr.
even for
Zazio
me.
was not exaggerating.
No, that's pretty rough.
Oh, my.
This is not lazy. Like, this is not doable by yourself.
No, not at all.
Because it's pretty thick.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's pretty dense.
foot of trash, kind.
It's a foot, yeah. We're standing on a foot of trash. And years and years and years of depression. And that's what this is. You know, I didn't really understand until we got back outside and I could see it in Ken's eyes. I mean, he was truly concerned for Bob.
He's been living this way for so long, and
yeah,
he's such a great
So you're
person.
having the normal reaction. Bob doesn't feel that way. Ken really cares about Bob, and what I'm happy about is that you could see how much it actually bothered Ken, and so that actually means, hey, he really does care about Bob.
I had seen it before they started cleaning, and the smell wasn't as bad, but once they took off that top layer and I could see the garbage that was 10 and 20 years old, I can't believe you live this way. It breaks my heart for you.
Don't do that to me.
No, Bob, I care about you and I look up to you and I want you to have a peaceful life, and this is not peaceful. This needs to change.
I know that.
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in helping people struggling with hoarding behaviors. In the very beginning, Ken mentioned that his whole goal was to get this house into museum shape, that they want to get this house restored. At this point, I think his focus has changed, and he's more concerned about getting the house in shape for Bob. There's going to be so much involved in moving forward, and I'm so glad that you're here. It really was a miracle from God that you were able to become friends with Bob, because I think that if it wasn't for you, that he would have died in this hoard. Because some of the things, Bob, that you did tell me is that the condition specifically of the kitchen was caused by a mental breakdown and a very, very severe depression. And while I have worked, 25 years with people who are depressed, it's not typical that they will go into this type of state, but essentially, he gave up. Can I?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, I haven't let it out yet, but...
I'm just gonna ask if I could have a little bit of time with you, Bob, alone.
Sure.
Would that be okay?
Yes.
Bob is starting to sob, and it's primarily because all the memories of his trauma and his depression is starting to come up. I hope with that and the cleanup, it's not too much for him.
So halfway through the cleanup, we've still got a pretty full upstairs. Here is my biggest concern. It turns out you got about $500,000, if not more, worth of paintings in the basement. That's a significant asset. And having them in the basement where they can get destroyed by water is concerning to me. Ken, you guys, tell us what you guys did last night.
Yeah, last night we rented a temperature-controlled storage unit with security. It is large enough to fit a good portion of your paintings.
No, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Great.
So, Bob, all the stuff, whether it be in the basement or going to a storage unit, what is the end goal with all these paintings?
I said all abstracts can be sold to make profit for the museum.
Okay.
But none of the landscapes can be sold, correct?
Nope.
You've put a block on the best paintings, the ones that would catch the most money.
I know.
Why do you not want any of the landscapes or portraits to be sold?
Because I think the museum will profit from it.
Do you think that you're being realistic in this plan, is what
Maybe
I'm saying?
not, but I still gonna do that. I'm sorry. You know?
No, it's your stuff. We're here to honor you, but
No.
we just also want to be the voice of truth and reality, too.
Mm-hmm. The reason why I'm doing that is because I really want this to be outstanding, and the way I visualized it.
His vision of this living museum is now really distorting reality. And in other hoarding situations, you would push harder. But this dude had a stroke. He has cancer. He's 87. Like, at some point, it's not healthy to push this man. And he's got one vision, to make this house a living museum before he passes away. And I don't know that it's going to come to fruition while he's alive, because he's holding on to too many things. I was your cleaner. Now I'm your friend. I'm going to tell you, these couches are nasty, and they don't equate to the rest of your vision.
Just look at the floor alone. There's rodent waste all over the floor. There's cat waste on the floor. I mean, we're all standing in it.
I've been doing this 20 years, and I've never gotten sick in a house, and I've got an eye infection after 2 days in this house. Everything is covered in cat urine and mouse feces. And he's like, there's nothing wrong here. And I'm like, dude, I've got an eye infection because of your house. It's dirty. I want this ultimate museum to be the vision that you have, and I think some of the furniture is holding us back.
I don't care. They belong to the museum, and I'm not going to get rid of them. Let's clean this part out, because this room has a claw tub, a sink, and a toilet, and it's all in one.
Our goal was to make this whole house, and I'm talking to all three of you.
You're not going to be able to do it.
It's a big job. We didn't get it done. But I don't think any of us can leave unless we have a safe space for you.
Well, that's it.
Okay. He wants to be able to probably get into a bed and actually just go to bed like a normal person. And so he was voicing that, and I was glad he did.
Okay, let's go.
One last push, guys. Let's do it.
Hi, Bob.
What do you think, man?
Welcome to your home. Come on in.
You did more work than I thought you did.
I'm beautiful. Oh, my God.
What are y'all thinking?
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Don't make me cry.
No, I can't help it.
I can't either. So I'm gonna stand back here. I could see that the house is becoming what it should have been in the first place. I'm watching it being restored, renewed, a new life.
It looks like a Victorian house, really. They did a great job putting the stuff in.
Your ceilings are actually some of my favorite art that you've done. And now that we're clearing the house out, ironically, it gives us space to look up now, and I'm seeing things I didn't see before. You don't even see the ceilings in this house for the first 4 days, and then all of a sudden you clear it out and you're like, is that a baby's head on the ceiling? Like, there's all this artwork that he has done, hand-painted. I mean, this house is incredible.
Oh, a bed.
You know, throughout this whole process, we quickly realized that we had to put kind of the vision of the house museum on the sidelines and make sure that you had a safe, clean place to live. I'm so happy that you could be so blessed to have this.
I am too.
Bob told me that he's been praying for a miracle for years, and two came, Ken and Dalton, and I think he's really lucky to have them.
It's so high up. Oh, God.
We'll have to get you a stool.
Yes. Oh.
We have all of the sell pile down in the basement. Auctioneers will be coming out to sell those items, and as they do, Dalton and I will be working with Bob to bring items from the second floor down to the basement, bring auctioneers back out, and we'll probably have to do this a handful of times. But I think that Bob now sees his house as the beautiful vision that he once had.
I just hope people get to see his art because it's a special thing. My life is different because I got to be here this week.
I guess I could get used to sleeping up here.